If your transportation strategy was a vehicle, would it be a self-driving EV or a duct-taped minivan with a broken GPS? Hi, Coop here again from Uber Freight. Today we're talking about what it really means to run a best-in-class transportation operation and why it's more than just getting your freight from point A to point B. If you're in leadership, operations, procurement, finance, this is the roadmap you've been waiting for.
If you like what you hear and you want to hear more, like this video, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to ring the notification bell so that you know when new videos drop. Now let's dive in.
This is still high level, but useful. We'll break down best-in-class transportation into 5 essential pillars. These aren't just boxes to check, they're strategic levers. First pillar, network design and strategy. This is your transportation blueprint. It's about defining modes, lanes, nodes, and costs that align with your business objectives. According to the Council of Supply Chain Management Professionals, or CSCMP, 60% of transportation spend inefficiencies come from poor network design. In transportation, every inefficiency is waste and therefore cost. A suboptimal network is like running a marathon in cowboy boots. Sure, you can do it, but it won't be fun, fast, or painless. At Uber Freight, we use advanced modeling tools to design smarter networks, backed by real-world experience, expertise, and market intelligence. Second pillar, carrier management and procurement. Great carrier partnerships don't just happen, they're built. This includes sourcing reliable carriers, balancing cost versus service, and reducing volatility where possible. Building and managing these kinds of resilient relationships can often be complex and nuanced, requiring a lot of time and effort. Procurement events themselves usually involve scenario modeling and multiple rounds of negotiating. Additionally, having the right mix of carriers is also critical, and not just for service, but also for balancing modes and equipment types, not to mention the ability to dynamically adjust to seasonal changes in volume or new customers. This almost always requires investment, but the investment in all of this extra work and expertise really pays off. This is highlighted by a McKinsey study which demonstrates that shippers who use digital procurement, for example, save up to 8 to 12% on average in annual freight costs. The third pillar, execution and visibility. Execution is where plans meet the real world, tenders, tracking, and delivery performance. And visibility means knowing where your freight is and what to do if something goes wrong. 94% of supply chain leaders say real-time visibility is key to customer satisfaction. At Uber Freight, we've heard this from our customers, and so our platform gives you live ETAs, automated updates, and proactive exceptions management. Real talk, the best plans don't mean much without execution. It is in execution that expertise is transformed into a competitive advantage for shippers. Fourth pillar, analytics and continuous improvement. Once you're moving, it's time to ask, how can we do this better? This is where reporting, data science, and root cause analysis come into play. Best-in-class shippers review transportation performance weekly and reduce exceptions by up to 30% annually. Top-tier transportation management doesn't just deliver shipments, it delivers insights. Fifth pillar, technology integration and automation. This is the engine that powers it all. TMS, APIs, EDI, machine learning, predictive, pricing, it's all about reducing manual work and increasing agility. According to Deloitte, companies with highly automated freight operations are 2 times as likely to hit their transportation cost targets. An open platform like Uber Freight's connects with your existing systems, TMS, ERP, and WMS, and it plays nice with everyone. Now think about this. Which of these 5 pillars is your weakest link, and what would fixing it unlock for your organization? If your transportation partner could solve just one thing for you this year, what would make the biggest business impact? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear what's keeping your logistics teams up at night. What have we learned? The 5 pillars. Network design. This is what keeps you strategic. Carrier management. This is what keeps you moving. Execution and visibility. This is what keeps you informed. Analytics. This is what keeps you evolving. And technology. This is what keeps you ahead of the game. Best-in-class transportation isn't just an aspiration, it's a system. When you manage transportation with a purpose, precision, and partnership, the results speak for themselves. If this video resonated, reach out. Let's talk about what Uber Freight can do for you and your business. Transportation doesn't just have to be a cost center. It can be a competitive advantage.